when we get that pullback sometime in early to mid-August, that's something that's likely to affect both crypto and stocks. So again, part of why I think that we're likely to see a continued melt up in crypto. A lot of that also has to do with the fact that stocks are looking like they're going to continue melting up. And what's even better, guys, is if we look at the Russell 2000, which is basically a measurement of small cap stocks, we can see that it looks like it's on the brink of a breakout. And this is a resistance level, that's basically it's been battling with it basically since 2021. So if we do see a break any higher here, let's say around 2300, then small cap stocks are going to go parabolic. Now you might be wondering, okay, why does that matter? The short answer is because small cap stocks historically have a strong correlation to altcoins. So when we see small cap stocks take off, chances are that altcoins will follow suit. The only reason that's not happening now, again, is because of these long liquidations, which are basically holding down altcoins. And again, you're having a little bit of reflexivity there where, you have some long liquidations and you have retail investors waking up somewhere on the other side of the world. They check their portfolios, they panic, they sell a little bit. This causes a little bit more long liquidations, but again, this will probably end in the next day or two, and then we'll likely see a continuation higher, if not later this week, then early next week. And again, basically what's going to happen again is if we get a break above this resistance level around 2300 for the Russell 2000, altcoins will eventually follow suit. Is it going to happen right away? Probably not, especially if there's still long liquidations. But if we do get a breakout, altcoins will eventually follow. And it's really interesting that we're even seeing like meme stocks and stuff wake up, which suggests that we're entering kind of like a similarly speculative period to what we saw in 2021, which is of course where altcoins did extremely well. Some interesting parallels there. Last but not least, I saw a couple of comments and questions about Bitcoin dominance. Of course, it did see a little bit of a bounce yesterday and a little bit of a bounce today. And what's interesting is I actually pointed this out in the Coin Bureau Club like literally 3 days ago. I'm like, I have a feeling that we're going to see a bounce in Bitcoin dominance and people are going to panic thinking it's the end of the altcoin rally. And lo and behold, that's what happened a couple of days later. And I wish I had also mentioned that in the video, but it doesn't matter. I have the receipts. Anyways, what I think is likely to happen here, guys, is that by the end of the week, in the next couple of days, I think Bitcoin dominance will be done kind of having this little bounce, because again, just like crypto prices, just like how nothing goes up only, nothing goes down only. So of course we saw a huge drop in Bitcoin dominance, likely to see a little bit of a bounce. That's what we're getting now. And eventually it'll roll over and continue heading lower, because again, the macro backdrop is bullish. And especially when you're seeing small cap stocks break out, that suggests that there's a real risk on sentiment in the markets. And again, that feeds directly into altcoins. And again, combining with the SEC exemption and all this stuff that's likely to bring more attention to crypto, I have absolutely no doubts and no concerns that we're going to see a continuation higher in the coming weeks. Liquidity is rising into Q3. It's actually projected to peak in Q3. July is historically, seasonally speaking, a very bullish month for the markets. Also tends to be pretty low volatility. Unfortunately, you can't really protect against long liquidations, apparently. But in all seriousness, everything is looking good.